Hello, everyone. Welcome to a live pantry chit chat. I told you I'd be here at 7, and here I am, right on time. We'll wait and see, because I know there's people waiting to watch this that have missed the earlier one. And in the pantry, it looks nice behind me. All my jars. I like that. I got a little bit of glare from this window here. Anyway, it was a nice day today, and I did go to the dentist today. I've got my tea too. You've all got your tea? For those of you who are wondering, I'm drinking blueberry tea. I love this stuff. Blueberry and aloe. Hello, Laura. Hello, Lori. And hello, Utter Chaos. You know what? You got to forgive me, but I remember Anna, but I can't remember your name. And why I'm drawing a blank, I don't know, because I get quite often. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Carol. Hello, Echo. Danielle. Hello, everyone. This is going to be nice. So anyway, it is Angie. That's what it is. It was on the tip of my tongue. Hello, Angie. One of these days, I have to get down there and see you. It was, it wasn't possible last winter. That was horrible. And I got sick. Oh my gosh. I swear to you, I already had that COVID back in January. Probably a lot of you already figured you'd had it too. Anyway, I'm not talking about that tonight. But I did go and do a lot of, Mom says hi, she's here. Hello, Anna. I miss seeing you guys. I wish I could get down there. Oh, let me say hello to a few people. Maybe soon we'll meet. Yes, maybe soon we'll meet. Marguerite. Hello, Marguerite. Melissa. Hello, Melissa. And Brenda. I've got some hibiscus flower tea. Ooh, it's more good for you than good. I'll be better drinking it with some, hibiscus tea. I bet that's good. I also like chamomile tea. And I've got a lot of spearmint growing out in my one flower bed for tea. And that'll be good too. Hello, Wanda from Arizona. Vera. Hello, Vera from Mississippi. Oh boy. Anyway, okay. This is going to be a fun chit chat. I told you earlier when we had the live chat that I have a loose tooth. Okay. And another one that I had injured somehow. Anyway, I went to the dentist today, and there's good news and bad news. The bad news is I'm going to lose my tooth in front. It's not my front tooth. It's my second one. I am going to lose that tooth, and it's from bone loss, which runs in my family. And but the good news is the dentist told me that I will walk in there in the morning with a loose tooth, and I will leave with the same tooth secured back in. So what he's going to do is he's going to extract that tooth, take off the root, and bond it back in. So, and it's like, I shouldn't say only, but I'm comparing it to a partial or a bridge or whatever you want to call it. It's only going to cost me about $400 for the whole shebang. So that's okay. Got to save your front teeth though, if you can. Anyway, how is everybody doing tonight? Can everybody see me okay? So that was good. And then I went to Dollar Tree and I did a little bit of a haul. And now I'm growing a lot of tomatoes, and I'm going to do a video on that. I'm growing a lot of tomatoes in containers. I have a lot of tomatoes in the raised beds, but I also have about 10 or 11 plants in containers. Well, when you grow tomato plants in containers, they tend to dry out so fast. So I went and got these little oil pans, and Now I could have got them at my hardware, but they're like $3 a piece. And for the same thing, I can get at Dollar Tree for $1 each. So I got like 12 of them, and I put my pots in them, and I keep a little water in them. So it keeps my tomatoes moist and they don't dry out. Because when they dry out and they get overwatered or dry out, get overwatered, when you go back and forth with them, that will give you blossom end rot. And I don't want that. I battled with that last year. So let me read this a little bit. Hope you are doing well. Yes, I am. The other tooth is fine. I have no cavities, no decay in any of my teeth. My teeth are very healthy, except I have bone loss. So the other tooth, all I did was when I bit down on that peppercorn, I just tweaked that tooth a little bit. It just bruised it, so to speak. It didn't hurt it or crack it or anything, so it's fine, and it'll be okay. Probably sore for a couple days, and that's it. Hello, Nellie from Washington. AD, hello, Renee. Thank you for the great tip and recipes to protect my eggplants. It'll work. It'll work. Beautiful, pure Michigan weather today. Yes, it was good. It rained a little bit this afternoon on the way back from Manistee, but maybe for 20 minutes or so. Let's see. Hello, everyone from Manoa, New York. Rhonda from Manoa, New York. Hello, Rhonda. It's nice to see all you guys here. I haven't done, this is kind of nice that I can do a live pantry chit chat. So glad to have caught you live. Gone midnight here in the UK. Oh, good to know your teeth are going to work. Yeah, got to have your teeth. Teeth are my biggest nightmare. Yeah, you know what? I've got bone loss. And it's like he told me. He said, well, I hate to admit this to everybody, but I am a smoker. I've smoked for years. I need to quit. I did get nicotine patches. I do have a regimen to start quitting. But, you can only keep trying. Anyway, that's part of it. That's part of my bone loss. And the other part is, of course, genetic. So he said if we can't get a handle on it and, get everything taken care of and keep on top of things, he says you could lose teeth from here to the next 10 years. And I don't want that. I want to keep my teeth as long as I can. But again, you don't have thousands and thousands of dollars. And it's sad to have to say, and my husband was teasing me. My husband said, that's all right, honey. You lose your tooth, we'll get you a chiclet. That's because I was teasing him before. My teeth are going to be okay. It's just that one, and they'll bond it together. But, for a partial for that tooth would be about $1,500. So I never knew they could take a tooth out and bond it back in. Never knew. Do you take extra calcium? No, but I'm going to start. Good luck with the quitting smoking, darling. I used to smoke 3 packs a day and I quit cold turkey. Bless your heart. Oh my goodness. How did you do it without killing anybody? 3 packs a day. That's a lot of cigarettes. I don't smoke. I don't smoke near that much. But one is too many. And it does cause bone loss. So enough about that. I just hope that I can quit, and I'm going to keep trying until I make it. I used to smoke 40 plus a day, packed up and quit smoking back in 2000. Best thing I ever did. Yeah, it'll be the best thing I ever do. I'll tell you. I hate to say I was like a chimney smoking. Yeah, some days, I tell you, some days it's really hard. It is really hard. It is very addicting. I wish, I could kick myself in the butt for ever starting when I was young. You quit. Melissa used to smoke 2 packs a day and quit with vapes. You vaped. Why are they saying, and I'd never vaped, but they say that's worse than smoking. Is that true? Or is that just a rumor? I smoked 30 years. Vape also helped helped me quit. It helped you quit. That's good. So you don't vape anymore either. Yeah, I can do this. My doctor gave me nicotine patches, and he said, with that, you'll probably have no desire to smoke, and then it'll be the habit. But you know, when you've smoked for so long, it's like it's hard. No. What is no? What did I ask? Yep, I was vape to quit. Oh no, that vape isn't worse than smoking. Yep, you take it one day at a time. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Anyway, yes, still vape, very low nicotine, not the fruity, dangerous stuff. Oh, okay. I don't know. I think it's still legal in Michigan. They outlawed something in Michigan, made some part of it illegal in Michigan, but I don't know which part. I cannot wait. Next week, I'm getting my hair cut, friends. I cannot wait to get to the hair salon. She finally opened up. I think most everything in northern Michigan now is opened up. So it's crazy this evening. Y'all have wonderful. Goodbye, Vera. Thanks for stopping by. A leafy hot flavor. When you have a craving for a smoke, drink black tea. It gives you a leafy hot flavor. I'll have to try that. Another person told me cinnamon tea helps too, or cinnamon hard candies. Well, anyway, I'm going to give it a whirl, and I'm just not going to quit trying to quit. Hopefully I can do it. Hi from New Jersey. Nice to see you here. So anyway, that's good with the dentist. Everything's good. Then I stopped and my granddaughter, my husband was with us. My granddaughter and I went into Dollar Tree and I got those buckets for under my tomato plants. So I'm going to put those in there. I did a walk around in the garden today, a week two tour. And I'll do one every week now until harvest and even, during harvest. Yeah, mindset. That's the one. Nothing helps until you're ready. That I've heard that many times. What you doing, darling? My granddaughter's here. You want to come say hi? She got blue and red hair. Say hello, you're live. The camera's up there.
Hi.
Aw. You're looking for something to snack on? There's all kinds of snacks up there. I got all kinds of snacks for the grandkids. Anyway, so yeah, put it, yep, right there, not in front of my way though. There you go. Anyway, so I'm going to put the buckets under my tomatoes, and hopefully this year I won't have as much trouble as I had last year with them. All kinds of stuff I did this week to tell you about. I also, when I had to go to Grand Rapids to get my husband, because back in April when he was training, the student that he was training backed into something and somehow put a hole in the side of his semi. And he told me then, he says, well, you can come get me in Grand Rapids, and, or at that point it was in Ohio. And I said, no, we can't go anywhere. We were on lockdown then. I said, beside that hole's just going to have to stay in that truck until we're ready. What do you got? A bunch of them?
I got the sun chips.
More sun chips.
And then some
Cheez-Its. There you go. You go enjoy. I'm drinking tea. You can get some tea. All my grandkids love tea. So anyway, I didn't go get them. I told them when we're done and everything opens up, that's when we can drop his truck off in Grand Rapids and, get it fixed. So he's probably home now for maybe a week, maybe two. We're not sure. But anyway, when we went down there, the place we dropped his truck off was near a Gordon food store. Well, the store is on Clay Avenue right next to Gordon Food Distribution Center. And I remembered where that was because we used to, when we drove together a while back, we used to haul produce from California and Texas back to the Gordon Food Distribution. So we stopped at that little store when we were down there, and I got all kinds of stuff in there. I like their vegetables because they're so affordable and you get quite a few of them. But they had 3-pound bags of, no, 5-pound bags of chopped frozen celery. And these bags were on sale. There was 3 of them left in their sale section, and I got them for $3 a bag. So I'm going to dehydrate every one of those up. Perfect. I love that. Yes, you can bring home frozen veggies and dehydrate them. Just about any frozen veggies. I also picked up a great big container of mushrooms that I'm going to slice up and dehydrate too. And earlier today, I put up, what was it, 10 or 20 pounds of asparagus. You got to go get a cup and then have Papa get you the honey. Okay. I put up asparagus. So I've been doing a lot already. Everybody's saying hi to me. Don't get discouraged. Your nicotine addiction is worse than a heroin addiction. So be positive and and don't beat yourself up. No, I know that. And I have heard that before many times. It's worse than a heroin addiction. I'll get there. It's best because I'll be by myself. So if I get ugly, I can get ugly with the 4 walls. But I'll make it. I'll do it. Eventually I'll get there. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I got a lot of stuff that I can dehydrate, and it's been I still got cabbage left to dehydrate too. And it has been so humid out that my dehydrator, it's just taken forever to dehydrate stuff. So I had to put it down until these storms are past, and it was really humid. And even with baking bread, it will affect your bread. It will affect your dehydrated foods. Now I got all my stuff stored up here in all my jars, and most of them, because everything's so humid, I took and used my vacuum sealer and I took the air out of all of them so they won't get icky. So anyway, I hope everybody's working on stocking your pantry. There's a lot of things, and I was going to do a pantry chit chat, not a live one, but a pantry chit chat that to let you know 5 or 10 foods that you can you're so cute. What are you doing? You gonna go sit by Papa? Aw, I love you. You are just a muffin. Anyway, I'm going to tell you in a different video, though, in a pantry chit chat. It won't be a live one, but I'm going to tell you about the 5 to 10 foods that really have indefinite shelf life, and some of them you'll be absolutely surprised. So we're gonna start doing videos for stocking your pantry so that I can help you keep going with that. I got mine stocked pretty well. And where was it? That shelf was all empty, and I did bone broth. I did turkey bone broth. I told you I'd had a project for that, and that was the turkey bone broth. So it's all full. I got 1 jar of tomato soup in there. But everything's looking good. I'm getting my pantry stocked up slowly but surely. I have not been to a grocery store other than Dollar General here a couple times since like February. Was it February when I went to, or the beginning of March? I think it was the beginning of March when I went to Pineview. So recession has started and pantry stock up is on. You betcha. There's going to be, I don't care what a lot of people say, there's going to be a food shortage. It's just inevitable. And maybe people might call it a food shortage. Maybe you don't want to call it a food shortage, but the price of food is going to skyrocket. Just like celery did years back or a few years ago and stuff like that. There might not be a shortage, but it's going to be expensive. So that's why I've got so many gardens going. That's why we've got the big garden up at the farm going, because there's so many people around that are going to need help. And you know what? I've got the room to grow food, and by gosh, people have given me free plants. I'll pay it forward. You bet. You know how I am. I do that all the time. Nobody would go hungry around me. And it'll work. Just like we put in that garden bed. I didn't have the heart to throw those plants out. They're perfectly fine, and those plants would feed a few families. So got it in there. Finally got me live. Hello, Stephen. I went cold turkey. Really wasn't easy, but I wouldn't describe it as giving. Oh, never did hard drugs. No, I've never done hard drugs either. I've never done anything like that. Get to know your local farmer, folks. Oh, yeah. I know them all. Just got home. Hello, Deb. Yeah, I know a lot of the folks around here that, farmers and a lot of people that sell at the farmer market. Now, I'm not going to give the food away for somebody to turn around and sell it. We're going to, and hopefully people won't do that. I mean, I'm not going to monitor it like that, but we're going to put tables out and we're just going to put, free, help yourself. If you want to donate, just pay it forward to somebody who might need it. But, it'll get used. And last year, I did that. Last year, we put a table out and put free, free, help yourself, and nobody touched it. Then we turn around and put prices on there or donation, whatever, and then, people were buying it. And I don't know how we're going to work it this year, but this year's a lot different than last year. People are struggling. And the recession is on, yes. I haven't heard on the news. I don't think we hit a depression, but I know there was more people out of work this year than there was during the Great Depression. So that's scary. Very scary. Here with the market garden. Yes, you are correct about the food. Yeah. It's just like when I stocked up on all that beef. Now, I'm not hoarding food. But remember, my pantry here is for my mom and my dad, my 3 kids and their families, and John and I. So there's a lot of people that, eat out of this pantry and my freezer, and which is all my pantry departments. Your pantry departments are your kitchen cabinets, your refrigerator, your freezer, your pantry, and your extended pantry. Which your extended pantry would be your long-term storage. And I've got some of that. I'm not a prepper, but I do got quite a few things that are good for long-term storage. And that's great to have. So it's real close to depression. See, I don't know if we hit it. That doesn't surprise me. That does not surprise me. There are a lot of people struggling, and you could just sit back and cry when you see some of these people have been out of work. I know Michigan was hard because some, like my son, for example, my son got laid off. Granted, it was only for, 2 months, but he couldn't get through the unemployment. It was online only. Everything else was closed down. You couldn't even call for help. But we tried to do it online. It locked him out for some reason. We couldn't figure out why. We did nothing wrong, but it locked him out of his account. So he never did get his unemployment. And, he goes back to fill it out and he's already back to work. So they're not going to give him his unemployment from when he was laid off. It's goofy. There's a lot of people that fell through the gap like that. And there's a lot of people that got their unemployment and got the federal unemployment. So they did well. But the people that fell through the gap, it's devastating. We've had people commit suicide and I'm sure you've all heard it all over, because times get so hard like that and it's devastating and people see no light at the end of that tunnel. And that's why, I can't do a whole lot. I'm just one person. And my family is just one family. But for every little bit of food that we can give away or donate to the local church pantries or donate to our local 5-cap, every little bit of food is going to help somebody. And that's what it's all about. So I'm not into selling money. I was very fortunate that my husband has held his job all the way through this, so we've been okay. So we're helping others and our community, and so it's good. It's going to be good. I'm glad for that. Anyway, let's see. Let me read some of these because I haven't been keeping track. Always be prepared. Not a proper homesteader in the city. I have a full stock pantry plus a ladder in the basement and a root cellar. That's just the way I was brought up back in the day. Yes, yes. My grandmother, both my grandmothers canned. My mother was not much of a canner. She didn't like it, but my grandparents canned. My aunts and uncles canned. They all had basement. My grandmother had a basement full of canned goods and a root cellar. And yeah, you learn from that. I used to love watching my grandmother can. I'm thankful for the Amish. I got the Mennonites down the road, and very good friends of mine. And they got a little Mennonite store down the road. But, my one friend, she's Mennonite. Bless her heart, I just love her to pieces. Actually, she's got a, I keep telling you that my chicken coop is goofy looking. And it looks dilapidated. I'm telling you, it's just rough. It was slapped together quick. It served its purpose. But my friend has this beautiful, it's not huge, but it's like a little greenhouse / shed. It's got windows in the ceiling, the one side of the ceiling, and then it's got an entryway and stuff and windows around it. And it's perfectly fine. It needs a little love, probably needs to be repainted, maybe a few pieces of tin on the roof, whatever. But she's going to sell it to me for $100. And I told my husband, I said, what a perfect way, because now we've got that beautiful run that I bought from my friend for the chickens. We can get rid of that old coop and the one that's fallen apart. And they're going to haul that shed over to me. And, we can put it up there and have a brand new chicken coop, give it a little love that it needs, and we're good to go. And how perfect would that be? It's even got flower boxes on the windows. My chickens will love it. You gotta go have a great night. Bye-bye, Lori. I have learned an awful lot from you. I just wish I would have found you a few years earlier. My husband loves his dehydrator. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not going anywhere now. I mean, I had a rough, this has been a rough year for everybody, I think, and especially I had it rough and, with the loss of my father and the fear of this COVID, the pandemic. Yeah, it was a rough year for me too. The fear of the unknown, uncertain times, I should say. It was a little rough, but I'm getting better. Now everybody's a little bit on eggshells and on the edge of their seat about whether this is going to come back around and hit us, harder, and if we're going to have a vaccine. And oh my goodness, the stories about the vaccine. I don't even know where we are with the vaccine. They said I think they said late fall, early winter, we could possibly have a vaccine, but it's still uncertain times. We don't know, so it's been rough. But I'm getting back to normal. I'm getting myself put back on track. It might be a little while before I have videos up every week, not because I'm not motivated now, but with my new computer, I bought a new software. And, well, it's a little, it's not easy. So I'm learning as I go by trial and error, my new software. So that's why it was great that I was able to do live stream, because when I make a video now, I edit it like my walk around today. I did the video, I did the edit, and it's taken like 15 hours to upload. So I don't know what's wrong with it. And it'll take me a little bit to figure that out, because usually with my old software, I used Wondershare, the Filmora. And it would upload a video, maybe an hour chit chat in maybe 20, 25 minutes, and it would be uploaded. This one, my walk around was what, maybe 40 minutes or so, 30, 40 minutes, and it's like 15 hours to upload it. So it's something in there that I got to figure out. The size of the file, I don't know. I'll figure it out though. I hope you're safe with this world. Yep. Everybody, I'm sorry. I'm just yakking I'm jib-jabbing, yakking your ears off, and I'm not reading anything. I had to go and buy a new dehydrator. The old one quit working. And I have so much to do this summer. Yes, we all do with our pantries. I've got 2 dehydrators. I've got a brand new one, and I got one that they're sirens. I got one that my mother-in-law gave me quite a few years ago, about 8 years ago, I think. I'm not ignoring you. There's sirens going through. There's an accident or a fire somewhere. Anyway, she had this brand new dehydrator in the box up in her attic. So we were up in her attic. She says, I got a couple things I want to give to you. Can you hear them sirens? Goodness. They're just flying by. No, that was a police car. There goes another one. 2 of them. That upsets me when they go through here so fast, because there's kids everywhere on their bikes, and those children don't pay attention to anything. And it's like 25 miles an hour through the village for safety, obviously. And they'll come through here 70 miles an hour. I mean, it just like a flash. And it's like, what's going on? I mean, I can understand the ambulance. And maybe the ambulance is coming because here comes another siren. I got all riled up what I was saying. Oh, busy with our pantry, I think I was saying. I use your cookbook, and they are so good. Oh, I love writing cookbooks. I have a ball with recipes. Oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on out there. I'm like, I need a squeegee. I'm like the nosy old lady on the corner here. There goes the ambulance. It must be an accident. Anyway, so getting busy with our pantries. Yes, I've got a lot of stuff stocked up. I've got a lot. I showed you the haul that I did with the pasta and all the other stuff that I stocked up. It's nothing but sirens going through. Oh my goodness, another police car. Oh, wow. Anyway, so on Tuesday, I'll have 25 pounds of organic carrots come. Ooh, are you going to can them or freeze them? I love canned carrots. My grandkids do too. I love to take carrots. I've got a really good recipe. I do carrot fries for them because my grandkids love carrots. Cooked, raw, it doesn't matter. So I do carrot fries for them, and then I make them a real nice dip, and they love it. But I also do ginger carrots for them. They love carrots cooked anyway, so I always have a lot of carrots. This year, I have to can more carrots. And up in the big garden, we've got maybe a half a row, of the rainbow carrots growing. But organic carrots, yeah. Did I tell you? I did tell you that on my birthday, my neighbor brought me, what was it? About 40 pounds of Vidalia onions. And I gave a few of them away, but I made, let me find it here. It's in here somewhere. I made French onion soup out of the rest of it. Here's one. Look at that gorgeous stuff. French onion soup. My husband loves it. And my mother loves to put it in her soups, like a soup base with the onions. It's just fantastic. The only thing that I did not have this time that I usually put in my French onion soup, and I know a lot of people use white wine, but my secret is red wine. Instead of 3/4 cup of white wine, I put in the 3/4 cup of red wine. And with the thyme and everything else, oh, it's just delicious. But this time I didn't have the red wine, and I didn't want to go into Myers because I haven't been into Myers since, like, oh my gosh, I haven't been to Meijer probably since January. So I didn't want to go. So I made it without. That's all right. It still turned out wonderful. And they were the big Vidalia onions. And I dehydrated a few of them, but I love French onion soup. You're going to can them. That's great. I'd be... Oh, you'd be on your doorstep by now, looking to see what's going on. Can you hear the sirens? My goodness. I don't know it's got to be an accident. Yeah, with the squeegee. I always tease people that I'm going to get a squeegee in the mail because I'm like always checking out what's going on. I remember when I was a little girl, my grandmother had a scanner, the old time scanners that you could hear the police conversations and stuff. And she'd be sitting at her table just to listen to that. But she'd be one that'd be out on her porch wanting to see what's going on. That's me all over, but I don't have a scanner. It's funny anyway. Have you ever heard of using a convection oven as a dehydrator? We were brainstorming today. Yes, you can use your oven as a dehydrator, Angie. Absolutely. When I have an overabundance of stuff I've got to dehydrate, and I've got both dehydrators going, and I still got stuff like jerky especially, I will put my oven on the lowest setting, and I will put my stuff in there that I want to dry, but I won't shut the oven all the way. I'll put a wooden spoon in there to keep it a little bit ajar and just let it go till it's dry. Yes, you can do that. Perfect. Works perfectly. Last year I only canned 6 pounds and I ran out quickly of carrots. Yeah, I did. My carrots just got used up this year, and they were on my shelf for about 2.5 years. So I did 30 pounds of them when I canned them up. So I have to do them about another 30 pounds this year. Yes, my oven is a great oven, and I can go as low as 90 degrees. So looking forward to using this. Yes, perfect. I'd set it like at 135, just like you'd set your dehydrator. Mine goes to is 150, and I just keep the door ajar. I'd still, no matter what, I'd keep that door ajar. That'll give you some airflow, especially with the convection oven. Thank you. Let's see. My uncle did that. Listen to the scanner. Isn't that funny? Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I hope whoever it is or whatever it is, it's going to be okay. So anyway, I'll do a few recipes. I know I did a few videos like, making the Homestead bean soup. I figure I could do some live, chit chat and recipes out of my cookbook too, because that will be fun. And do some DIY projects, and I cannot wait to do that mosaic sunflower on that table. That's just going to be absolutely gorgeous. I just love that. So, but yeah, I'll do, and then I got lots of garden tips to share. And feeding your garden. And my daughter called me this morning, and she says, I got a question, Mom. She's taken microbiology in college. And she said, I got a question for you. She said, is fertilizing your garden and fertilizing your plants and feeding your plants the same thing? If you are fertilizing them and feeding them, yes, it is the same thing, because you fertilize them, you put the minerals on them, and when you feed them, like the Miracle Grow Shake and Feed, you're putting the minerals on them. I said, the plant, however, can make its own food from water and the sunlight and the carbon dioxide. So a plant can make their own food, but if you're feeding the plant, feeding and fertilizing, as far as I know, is the same thing. It was kind of cute. I said, Google it. You can find a lot of stuff when you Google. That's how I learned a lot of stuff years ago, not years and years ago, but years ago, I learned a lot of stuff from my family, my aunts and my uncles. But as soon as Google come out, you Google everything. You can find anything on Google. So I told her to Google it, see what Google says. But so tomorrow I'm going to go out, and my buddy is bringing me a great big truckload of composted manure to put in that new raised bed. And we're going to fill that up. I'm going to clean up some of the yard. My husband's going to fix my riding mower because the tire's flat. And I want to get my grass mowed. I like it mowed a couple times a week so it stays nice. I don't like it to get long. It looks shabby. So he's going to fix that for me. And I'm going to tinker outside, get some of the storm damage cleaned up. Every time we have a storm, that tree loses 3/4 of its branches, I swear. And it's in everything. So I'm going to get all that cleaned up, picked up all those sticks and twigs as much as I can out of my garden, throw them in the new bed before I fill it in. I got a couple bigger sticks, logs that I can put in there too. I've got another pile of leaves on the other side of the hole that I'm going to rake up and put in there. I got some extra grass clippings I'm going to put in there. I'm going to do like a lasagna bed. It'll work out good. That's what I used on the other side of my greenhouse. And this year, I did that last growing season. And then it sat throughout the winter. And this year, when I turned over that dirt, it was absolutely beautiful. So I love it. So I look forward to. Okay. Let's see. I think I got all caught up on everybody talking. So anyway, thank you, Renee. Oh, you are welcome, darling. You are welcome. Tell me how it turns out. Next time we have a live feed, if you use it as a dehydrator, tell me how it works for you. When I made my jerky, it did wonderful. When my husband and I used to drive together, when we would come home, I'd always get, I would make my jerky out of London broil, and it turned out fabulous. So I'd have, quite a few bags of it because we'd be gone for 2 and 3 weeks at a time. And so I'd make quite a bit. I'd make it in bulk, and I used my oven and my dehydrators. Always, it turned out wonderful. I loved it. So, and then I also told you I've got stuff to dehydrate. I got more cabbage and celery that I got on sale, and the mushrooms. I got a huge package of mushrooms that I'm going to dehydrate. I don't blanch mushrooms. A lot of people say they don't have good luck with it unless they, cook them or blanch them before they dry them. I don't do that. I never have any problem with it. And a lot of the times I want to contribute it to this old dehydrator that I have. I think my dehydrator is out of the, maybe the 80s. It's pretty old. Like I said, it was in my mother-in-law's attic. She never used it. It was brand new in the box. And we were up in her attic because she said, I got a few things for you. So we pulled it down from the attic, and I've been using it ever since. And I use it quite a bit. So it hasn't died on me. And it'll be sad when it does, but I'll try and find another one like it. I know they still make them. So it's a warning, I think is what it's called, a warning. So anyway, hopefully I'll be able to find another one. Hopefully this one won't die for a while because it really does a nice job. I can dehydrate stuff in there like green beans that are raw, not blanched, nothing. Just throw them on the trays and dehydrate them. And they literally keep their beautiful green color. See that? Now you'll see the brown in here. See the brown in here? That is from the new dehydrator. They didn't keep the color. Excuse me, but the dark green, that's from my old dehydrator. I love that thing. Everything keeps its color beautifully with it. So anyway, friends, I think we've chatted about an hour now. So we had pretty good luck on here. I don't have any moderators yet. And I haven't had anybody come through and say anything, you know, inappropriate. So you will. Good, Angie, please. I caught you. Hi, Sherry. Thank you. I watch your videos and learning lots. I like to start canning, but I'm too chicken to. Oh my goodness, don't be afraid to start canning. If you are new to canning, the best thing to start canning is with a water bath canner. Now, me, when I was 20, I learned, I dove headfirst right into pressure canning. And I think the first thing I pressure canned was meat. I think it was chicken. I don't remember. No, I'm wrong. It was stewed tomatoes, with the onions and the celery and the peppers. It has to be pressure canned. That's what it was. Bless my friend Linda. She taught me how to can when I was younger. Yes, I watched my grandmother, but it would go in one ear and right out the other when I was in, early teens. Nothing ever connected. But I did learn in my 20s, and it was the greatest thing I ever did. It saved me bakoodles of money. I raised my kids by myself, so I didn't have a lot of money. And when I would can, it was like a godsend. Learning how to can was a godsend. It saved me tons of money. So don't be chicken to learn how to can. Start with a water bath canner. Can jam, jellies or jams. Jam is easy to can. Some of your fruits, if you're going to can like tomatoes, not stewed tomatoes, you can chunk up tomatoes and can them without, celery, just plain tomatoes. You can water bath them. Spaghetti sauce, you can do the same with that, unless you add, celery and garlic and all the vegetables. It has to be pressure canned. But you know what? We'll do a live feed because this is the season for canning, and things are pretty soon in another month, people are going to start canning. I mean, some people are already canning now. You could be canning asparagus, onions, and not pickles yet, but you'll see tomorrow, I've already got squash, zucchini and yellow squash on my plants out there. I can't wait to have some of that fresh. Anyway, but you can start canning a lot. So we'll do a live feed or a live stream on canning for beginners. And stick with me, kiddo, because I will show you how to can, and don't be afraid of it. Do not be afraid of it. If you do it by the book and you don't take any shortcuts and you don't leave any steps out, you'll be fine. So anyway, I'm going to get going because it's like almost 8:00 here. And my husband hasn't ate any dinner, and I got to make him some tacos. So we're going to have tacos for dinner. And you're going to see the video of the Homestead garden tour. I got it scheduled for tomorrow morning if it's finished uploading, because it seems to be taking forever. And I'll say goodbye to a few of you here. Oh geez, I just got the tail end. I guess I'll be watching it after for sure. You know what? I'll do videos. I don't know how, unless I post it in my community section when I'm going to do a live feed or like a live chit chat. I'll do that so that you guys know. Why do vegetables and tomatoes need pressure can? Because vegetables are low acid. Tomatoes are high acid. Anything that's high acid is water bath. Anything that is low acid has to be pressure canned because of botulism. Okay, I will do a video on that, and I will tell you all you need to know. And in the meantime, all you have to do is go to the USDA website under home canning and preserving. And you can do some research on it and do some reading, do a little homework on it. It explains a lot. So goodbye, teasers, pleasers. High Plains, good night. Have a wonderful evening. You all have a wonderful evening. It's amazing. I have learned so much from Renee. I love canning. Now my canner is not big, but it holds 6 quarts, but it's heaven. Yes, it's perfect. It's perfect. My canner holds 7 quarts or doubles. I can double stack pints. Thank you. I really enjoy these live chats. Yes, you guys. Thank you for joining me. I love to chit chat. Just found you this weekend. I love you. Oh, well, warm welcome. Have fun watching the videos, and I hope you learned something from me. I love sharing all the things that I know and that I've learned through my life. So anyway, friends, we'll do another chit chat. Like I said, if my video uploads by the morning, I've got it scheduled for 8 in the morning, and you'll see a homestead tour. So be looking for that. I'll put together another live chit chat for beginning canning for those of you who want to learn how to can but might be a little bit afraid. So we'll do that. Get off here, and I will see you guys again. We'll do another one. Oh my God, I need a full life lesson on canning. I live in the UK, totally clueless. It's coming. I will do it. I will do a live video on it. So that way, if you got any questions, I can answer the questions too. I always refer you also to the USDA website because I've been canning myself for over 30 years. And I don't cut corners. I don't skip steps. I strictly can by the book. And I'll teach you all that. We'll do a live chit chat on it so that I can point you in the right direction and give you good advice. A lot afraid. Sharon, don't be afraid. I'll get you through this. You guys will be canning and you'll be stocking that pantry and it'll look like this. Amazing. This is nothing compared to some people I know, but this is my hard work and my canning. And I used to, when my kids were young, I used to put up about 1,400 quarts of food every single year. I would can all year round. I'd do all my soups and my chilies and stuff like that in the winter. I would can my fruits that were in season in the summer, some of my vegetables that were in season in summer, but I canned all year round. I didn't start dehydrating till about 10 years after that. So I've been dehydrating stuff for a long time too, maybe 20 plus years, but canning was my thing. And it saved me a lot of money and it stocked my pantry beautifully. So the next time we have a live chit chat, it'll be all about beginning canning. So for now, I'm going to go and get my family fed. You all have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out with me. And you know what? Bless you. And I'll see you next time. I got a mosquito flying around. So I will see you next time. You guys have a good night. Bye-bye now.